Hey everyone, welcome back to another deep dive. Today we're going to be exploring some really cool AI
Yeah,
innovations that are pushing the limits of
definitely.
what we thought possible. The piece we're looking at is called AI Frontiers Beyond the Horizon, AI's Evolutionary Leap.
Oh, yeah, that one is really interesting.
Yeah, it got us thinking about how these advancements in AI aren't just about changing technology.
hmm
They're changing how we live, work, and maybe even how we see our place in the universe.
It is mind-blowing to think about.
Totally. So to start off, let's talk about quantum AI. Have you heard about these computers that can solve problems in seconds
Oh, yeah.
that would take regular computers like forever to figure out?
Yeah,
Well, there's this quantum chip from Google called Willow that's been making waves.
right.
It's specifically designed to solve those really tough AI problems at unimaginable speeds.
It's pretty wild. So what makes this so groundbreaking is that it uses quantum mechanics.
Okay, now you're getting a little too technical for me.
Well, think of it this way. A normal computer uses bits, which are like on or off, one or zero.
Gotcha.
But a quantum computer uses qubits, which are more like dimmer switches. They can be on, off, or somewhere in between.
Oh, I see.
And that lets them explore so many possibilities all at the same time, which makes them super speedy for certain problems.
Okay, I'm starting to get it, but how does this actually affect our lives? It all sounds a bit sci-fi to me.
Well, it might sound like sci-fi, but it has some really real-world uses.
Hmm.
Imagine being able to simulate the interaction of, say, millions of molecules.
In drug development.
Exactly, to find the perfect drug to fight a certain disease.
Wow.
And almost instantly. That's the kind of power we're talking about.
So instead of taking years of research and trials, we could come up with life-saving medicines much faster.
Exactly. And it's not just medicine. Quantum AI could completely change things like material science.
How so?
We could design materials with super specific properties, like for solar panels that are way more efficient,
That'd be amazing.
or even infrastructure that repairs itself.
Oh, wow. It's really incredible to think about how close we are to these breakthroughs that could solve some of humanity's biggest challenges.
I know.
So quantum AI is all about processing power and speed.
Yeah, absolutely. But AI is also becoming super creative. That's where Sora comes in.
Sora, what's that?
Sora is this text-to-video tool developed by OpenAI, the same people who made ChatGPT.
Oh, cool.
You basically give it a description of what you want to see, and it generates a video from that.
So like if I described a scene from my dream vacation,
Uh-huh.
Sora could create a video of it.
Yeah, that's the idea.
That's crazy.
It's pretty neat, right? And it has so many applications beyond just fun videos. Imagine teachers being able to bring historical events to life for their students,
I bet they'd love that.
or architects showcasing their designs in immersive video walkthroughs.
Wow. It's almost like giving everyone the ability to be a filmmaker, even if they don't have the technical skills.
Right.
That's amazing. But doesn't that raise questions about what creativity actually means?
Definitely.
If AI can create art that looks just like something made by a human,
Right.
what does that say about creativity as a human thing?
Yeah, that's a really interesting question.
And it makes you wonder how tools like Sora will impact the creative industries. Will it lead to brand new kinds of art and storytelling, or will it totally disrupt the ways things are done now?
Yeah.
I guess those are questions we'll need to think about as AI gets more creative. Now, all this talk about powerful AI brings up a topic that's both fascinating and, honestly, a bit scary, AGI,
I know what you mean.
or artificial general intelligence.
Right. So AGI is basically the idea of an AI that's as smart as humans,
Yeah.
or even smarter, across a whole bunch of different areas. It's not just about doing specific tasks.
Right.
It's about AI that can think, learn, and adapt like we do.
I have to admit, the idea of an AI that's as smart as us or even smarter is a little intimidating. You can't help but wonder what it could mean for the future, both good and bad.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. So we've got quantum AI pushing the boundaries of how powerful computers can be.
Absolutely.
So it's changing the game when it comes to creativity.
Yeah.
And AGI's the horizon, making us think about what it means to be intelligent. It's a lot to take in.
It definitely is. But we've only just begun. Next, we're going to explore how AI is changing things like space exploration and material science.
Oh, wow.
Things are going to get even more exciting.
I can't wait.
It's really amazing how AI is being used in totally different areas, like from the tiniest atoms to the vastness of space.
Yeah, it's true. Like AI is helping us figure out secrets that have been hidden forever.
Right.
like for centuries,
Yeah, for sure.
maybe even longer.
For sure. Have you thought about the James Webb Space Telescope? It's
Yeah.
gathering so much data from deep space, and AI helps us actually make sense of it all.
It's like having a superpowered research assistant, right?
Yeah.
Going through mountains of data,
Yeah.
looking for clues about a new planet or
Mm-hmm.
black hole,
Yeah.
or maybe even signs of life beyond Earth.
Right.
It's so cool.
I know, it's amazing. And the fact that AI can analyze all that data so much faster than any human could.
Yeah, means we're making discoveries we never thought possible.
Definitely.
So it's not just about numbers, right? AI is helping us learn so much more about the universe.
Exactly. And it's not just space exploration either.
Oh, where else?
AI is making a huge impact right here on Earth, especially in material science.
Material science.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound as exciting as discovering a new planet.
Well, hold on. What if we could design materials that are stronger than steel but way lighter?
Hmm.
Or plastics that break down naturally without harming the environment?
Okay, I see what you mean. That kind of stuff could change so many industries like construction
Yeah,
and healthcare.
for sure. AI is making this possible by predicting what new materials will be like even before they're made.
So it's like a virtual chemist, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Trying out tons of different combinations to find the perfect recipe for whatever we need.
That's the idea. So instead of spending forever in a lab,
Yeah.
scientists can use AI to design materials with specific properties. It's super efficient
So efficient.
and opens up so many new possibilities.
Wow. It's amazing. It's like we're about to have a materials revolution and AI is leading the way.
Right.
It's almost like science fiction.
It kind of is. But even with all these advancements, we need to think about the ethics of it all, right?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Like, what happens when we create these super materials? Do we know the long-term effects?
That's a good point.
Yeah. As with any new, powerful tech, we have to be responsible.
Right.
We need to make sure these new materials are sustainable and don't end up causing problems down the line.
It's like that saying, with great power comes great responsibility.
Exactly. And this brings us back to thinking about AI's role in society as a whole.
Right.
We're developing these increasingly powerful AI systems,
Yeah.
so we need to have these open and honest conversations about what it all means.
Like the ethics of it all.
Yeah, the ethics, the potential risks, how to make sure AI actually benefits everyone.
Yeah, it's not just for the scientists and engineers to figure out, is it?
No, it's a conversation everyone needs to be a part of, from the people making policies to educators to everyday people like us.
Totally. It's like we're all on this journey together, figuring out this uncharted territory of AI.
Yeah, I like that. It's both really exciting and a little scary, isn't it?
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's a wild time to be alive, seeing all this happen with AI.
I agree. It feels like the dawn of a new era. And while there are challenges ahead, I'm pretty optimistic
Yeah, me too.
that we can use the power of AI to make a better future.
But before we get carried away with all that,
Yeah.
I think we need to remember that AI is just a tool.
Mm,
Like any tool, it can be used for good or for bad.
that's a good point. It's up to us to guide how AI develops and is used in a way that benefits humanity.
And I think that leads us perfectly into our final thoughts for this deep dive.
Great.
We've talked about some amazing innovations. From quantum computers that can solve problems super fast, to AI that can create videos just from words.
Yeah, it's been a lot.
We've seen how AI is helping us explore space, design new materials, and even rethink what it means to be creative.
Definitely. But as cool as all this is, it's important to remember that the future of AI isn't set in stone.
Yeah.
It's something we're creating right now with every decision we make.
So where do we go from here? Like, we've covered all these amazing AI things,
Yeah.
but what does it all actually mean for us for the future?
Well, I think the main thing to remember is that we're not just watching all this happen. We have a responsibility to really think about all this stuff, to ask the hard questions, and to make sure AI benefits everyone.
Yeah, you're right. It's easy to get swept up in all the excitement of new tech, but we got to think about how it'll impact our lives, our society, even our planet.
And that's why it's so important to have conversations like this. We need to break down AI, make it easy to understand, and talk about the good and the bad in a way everyone can get involved in.
Absolutely. We need to understand AI so we can make good choices about how it fits into our lives.
Exactly. And make sure it's used for the right reasons.
Okay, so let's do a quick recap of what we talked about today.
Sounds good.
We started with quantum AI, and that Willow chip from Google
Right.
talked about how it could lead to some crazy breakthroughs in medicine, material science, all sorts of things.
Yeah. And then we jumped into the creative side of things with Sora.
Oh yeah, Sora, OpenAI's text-to-video tool.
That's the one.
It's wild how it's making creativity accessible to everyone and kind of blurring the lines between human and AI art.
Definitely makes you think about what it really means to be creative, right?
Yeah, for sure. And of course, we couldn't forget about AGI, that idea of superintelligent AI.
That's a big one.
We talked about the challenges and all the ethical questions that come with creating AI that could be smarter than us.
Yeah, something we definitely need to keep talking about.
And to wrap things up, we zoomed out and looked at how AI is being used in space exploration and material science, helping us understand the universe and build a better future.
It's been a pretty amazing journey, right? Exploring all these different frontiers of AI.
It really has. I feel like I've learned so much.
Yeah, me too.
It's exciting and a little overwhelming all at the same time.
It's understandable to feel that way, but the important thing is we're not in this alone. There's so many smart people all over the world working on this stuff, and there's a ton of ways for everyone to learn more and get involved.
So what should our listeners do to stay in the loop with all this AI stuff?
Well, I think the best thing to do is just stay curious, keep asking questions, and talk about this stuff with your friends, family, anyone who's interested.
Makes sense.
There's also a ton of great stuff online, articles, videos, podcasts,
Oh yeah, plenty of podcasts.
all sorts of resources to help you learn more about AI. And don't be afraid to try some of the tools out there yourself.
That's a great idea, like those image generators or those language models.
Exactly. It's a really good way to see what AI can actually do.
Totally. The more we interact with AI, the better we'll get at understanding it.
Yeah, and the better equipped we'll be to make sure it's used for good.
Well, that brings us to the end of our deep dive into AI frontiers. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
It's been a blast exploring this stuff with you all.
Absolutely.
And we're looking forward to our next deep dive, where we'll be tackling a topic that's super important right now, AI and healthcare.
Oh, yeah, that one's going to be interesting.
We'll be diving into how AI is changing things like medical diagnosis, treatment, and drug discovery.
Yeah, how AI is changing healthcare from the ground up.
It's definitely going to be thought-provoking, so make sure you tune in for that one.
Definitely.
Until then, keep those questions coming, keep learning, and keep exploring the awesome world of AI.